in. I've got a lot of people online and offline as well at the moment. So uh, the purpose of making this video is that a lot of us, they are into the marketing and they actually want to see, especially the small business and medium businesses, that effectiveness of their marketing campaign, it's not that great. So what you need to do is you need to employ many powerful marketing strategies. And now after pandemic, the structure has been a bit changed. So there are quite a few techniques which I've used with international businesses, and they've worked really well in 2021. And I would want to help anyone out who is starting just now. And then if you use these techniques, I'm sure that more than sure that you'll be able to get great results. So these are very powerful marketing strategies, and I'll go step by step all of these. And let's see, if you have any questions, you can definitely post them in comments. And the purpose, like I said, of making this video is to share a list of high return on investment yet powerful marketing strategies that you can and you should steal. So the very first thing would be set a goal and a budget while you're creating a marketing strategy, because every business needs a direction, right? And every marketing campaign needs to start with a goal and a budget. So it is probably the only free marketing strategy for the small businesses. If it doesn't, it becomes exceptionally difficult to determine whether or not your campaign was successful. So, setting goals and reasonable budget are two of the most underrated and powerful marketing strategies. According to one of the research which has been recently conducted by Co-Schedule Roundup, they said that set goals for their campaigns results 429% more likely to report success. And Forbes says as well, Forbes contributor Jason Davis, he mentions that goal setting eliminates subjective perceptions of reality, making success objectively measured. In that context, success isn't is a vague idea, it becomes demonstrable. So let's take a look at a few tips for setting your marketing campaign and goal budget. What can you do? First of all, choose 1 to 5 KPIs to measure. The most popular KPIs, if you don't know what that is, that's key performance indicator. And the most popular key performance indicator to measure includes qualified leads, traffic, and direct revenue. These would be the top three ones. Secondly, set a realistic budget. So, small businesses, as a small business or a medium sized business, you should be spending around about 7 to 8% of your total revenue on your marketing campaigns. Anything more than that would be a bit of push. Anything less than that probably would not get you the same results which you're looking after. And then focus on the process. Another tip, great tip, is focus on the process, not the goal. Once your goal is set, create a process for achieving it and use your KPIs to measure and continue improving the process. If you've met your KPIs, means that you've put extra good effort in and you've got a better return on investment. The second most important tip is build your influence. The most successful marketing campaigns are those that help you achieve the highest return on investment. Once you have built your influence, you can easily use other powerful marketing strategies as well. And with influence marketing, delivering return on investment as high as $6.50, which is $6.50 for every $1 spent. It's quickly become one of the most effective marketing strategies for small business, especially after pandemic in 2021. So this kind of explains why influencers are finding their way into social media promotional strategies for small business. I'll make another video about social media promotional strategies, but at the moment we'll stick to the topic. What do we need to do to create a successful influencer marketing campaign? And there's one of the entrepreneurs, Murray Newlands is called. He recommends the following steps. He said that select your KPIs. Focus on the social media channels where your target market hangs out, which means that if your target market is on Instagram, do it on Instagram. If it's on Facebook, do it on Facebook. If it's on YouTube, do it on YouTube. And thirdly, find a credible influencer. Then number four is plan your publishing schedule. So everyone knows that when your next content is going to come out and they will look forward to it. And then last one would be constantly improve and measure your outcome. So if you don't measure what the outcomes are, what that will result in the long run is that you will lose a track of what you've gained, and then it's hard to actually kind of balance between what you've spent and what you have got in terms of return on investment. So become another great marketing strategy would be become a champion on social channels. So with the undeniable potential of social media marketing as a small business marketing strategy. It can be tempting to try and find success on as many social media platforms as possible, right? But as marketing, uh, I would say that focus on one channel at a time. Jumping in headfirst and attempting to manage, say, like 4 or 5 different channels can be overwhelming, and you're unlikely to kill it at any strategy. Even if you're a savvy marketer, you simply cannot devote the necessary time to extract the full potential of any single channel. So to become a champion of one of the social channels, the team at Social Media Marketo, I will quote them, they recommend a 12-step process, which I very much like. So if you have a pen and a notepad in handy, you can write these steps down, or you can just watch this video again to understand 12 simple steps for an effective social media strategy. Step number one: define the target audience, what your target audience is. What is their age? What is their gender? What is their location? What is their income, their education? You can use smart tools like Alexa and Google AdWords for research. Number two would be research your buyer persona. Use makemypersona.com for persona creation, and you can create persona for any kind of business you're in. That's a free tool as well, but I think they charge you for membership as well. But then at the same time, you've got options to go free as well. Then the third part, or the third step, would be research influencer. So you can go on websites like BuzzSumo for research. Look for the influencer who are already strong in those categories and try to get a sponsorship for them, or you can use them for a collaboration, however it suits your business need. Number four would be identify social media platforms used by buyers persona. So which I said before, that if your target market is on Facebook, use Facebook. If they're on Instagram, use Instagram. If they're on YouTube, LinkedIn, and so on. Step number five would be look at competitors' preferred social media platforms. So you can't ignore the importance of competitors' activity. And the good and the smart business who always get most return on their marketing is that they keep an eye on their competitors. So you can use BuzzSumo, and then there is another website as well, which is called Ahrefs. I don't know how it's pronounced. It's Ahrefs. So you can use that for research as well. Step number six would be to produce content that addresses buyer persona pain points. So you can use Cura, which is a question and answer website, and then you can use different online forums to see that what kind of pain point your buyer persona, people who fit into your buyer persona, what kind of questions they're actually asking for these days. Step number seven would be create a content bank: blog posts, videos, pictures, infographics, and quick tips. I know it sounds easy. It will need more resource, more research, but that's definitely worth something investing in. It's good for your SEO, your channel SEO. It's good in the long run of creating your brand presence and brand name as well. Step number eight would be engage and build relationships. So engage on social media platforms. Not only just join them, but also participate with the people who are already on that media, and engage and try to build relationships with them. Step number nine would be maintain a consistent content publishing cycle, which I've said already, that you need to make a routine, a schedule, and just stick with it. Publish content regularly. So if you post a blog, the audience response should not be that, oh, so shall are we going to see you after 6 months now, or actually we'll be doing it. Okay, so step number 10 is invest on getting more social followers and share experts content. So you can invest on getting more social followers by publishing content, by running ad campaigns. At the same time, you can share expert contents, they would appreciate it as well. And by sharing expert content, if you're lacking in the content, you can't create that much content yourself, that will help you with that as well. Tip number 11 would be automate social sharing with tools like Buffer and Hootsuite. That's very much self-explanatory. And then tip number 12 will be evaluate your results and improve your strategy. So once you have done all these things, evaluate your results, see that where you have got the best results from, and then continue with that approach. Okay, so another tip would be the next tip would be build rapport through emails. So what I've seen that with 59% of marketers claiming that email is their most effective marketing channel for revenue generation. This is one of the strategy you definitely don't want to ignore. If you haven't started building your email list, social trigger uh, CEO, he offers some of the tips, which include create a long-term content strategy to drive organic traffic to your website, create multiple opt-in offers, and then you can utilize the email list pop-up form, add a banner with an invitation to subscribe your email list to your business signature. You can use tools like Newell Stam or My Signature to create a professional email sign-off with links, banners, and calls to action. One more strategy would be blog strategically, because I said that do the blogging for your content. So how to do the blogging strategically? When done correctly, starting a blog is one of the most absolute way to drive targeted traffic to your website. In fact, marketers that effectively utilize blog trends, they tend to get 67% more leads than those who do not. But there is only if you're doing it right. So to succeed with blogging, you should focus on quality over quantity. One long form comprehensive post, I would recommend 1500 plus words, is worth five times a brief non-informative post. Second would be develop a promotional strategy before writing. So many expert content marketers recommend spending 20% of your time on content creation and 80% time of the promotion. So if you have generated a great piece of content and no one knows what that is, there's no point of creating it. And then create evergreen content. When you create evergreen content and update that content when necessary, the fact of your content as it compounds over time, it always stays there. People can always get back to it and then they can learn more. Conduct research that impact your SEO. So, with 70 to 80% of modern day consumer ignoring ads altogether, ranking for targeted keywords has never been more important. Okay, great. So these would be some of the tips I've given you at the moment. What I would do is that I will make another video as well where I will continue with some of more strategies for yourself. And then if you have any questions regarding any kind of marketing strategy or any, marketing problems or anything where you need an advice, please feel free to comment. And I would say that subscribe this channel. This is my first video as well, and hopefully the content is good, but the video quality and the mic quality will improve with the time. So please leave your comment, give it a thumbs up, and let me know what would you want me to cover next time. Thank you so much, everyone who has heard us or who has been with us. So have a great day. See you guys